Hello guys, welcome to the Inspiration and Enlightenment Slog Talk. Today I'm going to talk about relationships and what keeps them together. 7 things keep relationships together. It's infatuation, it's chemistry, friendship, getting used to each other, the needs, which includes having kids, love, and last but not least, sex. Most relationships start with infatuation. We fall in love with admirable physical or character traits. Traits we lack ourselves and which we admire. Infatuation makes us blind because those admirable traits blind us, and we overlook the flaws in our partner. Infatuation is not sexual. For example, you can be also infatuated with a child or a thing, like a sports car or a situation. On average, infatuation lasts 7 years. That's the infamous 7th year of the marriage. And that's why most marriages break apart in the 8th year, because people, they hang on a little bit longer. As a range, marriage lasts from 8 to 14 years. They last longer than 8 years when infatuation dies, only if one of the other reasons to keep a relationship together are present. Chemistry can be physical and mental. Physical chemistry is mostly sexual. Good mental chemistry makes for kindred spirits. So if the two vibes of two partners harmonize, if there's chemistry, they will boost each other. And the result of that is health, peace, wealth, and even enlightenment. We can feel if a chemistry is right or wrong, but better if we consult astrology, because astrology can tell us exactly what is right and what is wrong in the chemistry. For example, in the past, the Chinese liked to consult astrology and feng shui in order to determine if a man and a woman match, and if whether they have an auspicious chemistry. And according to that, they arrange or disarrange marriages. Nowadays, we don't like arranged marriages since we believe so much in infatuation. But arranged marriages, properly arranged marriage, have the odds to last longer than marriages based on infatuation, because our vibes, they change very slowly. Lovers are not necessarily friends. Common interest makes friends. If couples are not friends, they will end up living separate lives and only come together at certain times of the day or the week to enjoy or celebrate their relationship. And if they would hang out too long and too often, they would actually end up fighting and arguing. It's not easy to be friends with the opposite sex because of the gender divide. If you have such a friendship with the opposite sex, cherish it. Getting used to each other creates a bond that is almost as strong as love. In astrology, that's the bond of Saturn. Children get very attached to their family and parents, and that lasts for a lifetime. Of course, vice versa, it's true as well. If you want to create or strengthen attachment, the bond of getting used to each other, the best way is to share situations. Rituals go a long way. And best if those rituals are seasonal, so they don't get boring. Christmas is such a ritual, or Thanksgiving, or Wednesday pizza, or a Sunday hike. Needs used to be the main purpose of marriage. The need to create a family, the need to bring up children, the need to have a home, and most of all, financial needs. For that reason, marriages used to be strategic, and love and marriage used to be two different affairs. I guess sometimes it still is. Women used to have a stronger need to get married than men. That's why in countries where women are financially independent, marriages and of course childbirth rates they sink. Yeah, uh, women still love weddings because it's so romantic, but they don't necessarily like marriage anymore. And well, let's face it, we don't really need marriages anymore. Mind that marriage and family are actually two entirely different affairs. Children are not interested in their parents' relationship at all. In fact, they find it yucky. So as long as both parents still live at home and they don't argue, they don't fight, the kids are happy and they don't care about the rest. Another thing to consider is that the moment a couple has a child, yeah, they have a love triangle, yeah, and the wife may neglect the husband in favor of her child. Yeah, mother wins over wife. It hurts, but it's natural. So you gotta accept it and live with it. It appears to me that women don't really need men to be happy. If a woman can live her life as she likes and she has children to love, the desire of a man fades. In fact, often men get into the way of their happiness. The first time I noticed that when I was watching a documentary about African women living in a tribal environment. So the woman they showed in the documentary, she took care of the kids, she cooked, she did her chores, and then she found herself a quiet place to have some me time. Yeah, I think she was playing music and doing other things. And then they asked her why she is not with her husband in her free time, and she said it's boring. And then they digged a bit deeper, and she said, yeah, it's boring, and as long as I give him what he wants, he leaves me alone and I can do my things. The second time I noticed that when I was watching a documentary about women living in a polygamic relationship. They were actually happy to share their husband because it gave them more me time. So relationships usually start with infatuation and or chemistry, and love comes later. Yeah, so in the beginning it's passion galore, but slowly the passion fades. And good, and you're lucky if love grows in the meantime and fills the void that the fading infatuation leaves behind. Yeah, unlike passion, love is calm, it's blissful, and very thorough. Sex doesn't really keep a relationship together. Sex amplifies the things that keep a relationship together. It's like a catalyst, and the catalyst is pleasure. So, for example, sex and infatuation make juicy pleasure. Yeah? Sex and love make blissful pleasure, and so on. Relationships are complex affairs, and they are much more difficult than, for example, careers. To fix an ailing relationship, you need to break it down into manageable components or aspects and discuss it with your partner. So on which level are you lacking? Do you lack infatuation? Do you lack chemistry? Do you lack friendship? Have you not get used to each other? What about the needs and your kids? And last but not least, what about love? Is there love or is there not? These levels are independent. So we can be infatuated but dislike our partner's personality at the same time. Yeah, or we can be used to a spouse, but we grew to dislike her or him. Yeah, or we can be even infatuated enemies. Yeah, or chemistry goes through the roof, but we fail to culture love. An accidental pregnancy may create the need and the excitement to have a relationship, but it is just a matter of time until infatuation withers. But you, on the other hand, you have a few years' time in order to cultivate something else, in order to keep your relationship together. Thank you for watching this episode of the Inspiration and Enlightenment Slow Talk. Please help spreading the light with a like and a share. And don't forget to subscribe. Love and light.